So my question is, where is the gospel of Jesus Christ? Why aren't we hearing more of that? Why aren't we seeing it displayed in people's lives, in their words, things that they do, things that they put online? There are a lot of people in our church and out of our church who need to have an example of a loving Christian, of what Christ is like, because in their own personal lives, they're hurting. There's a lot of people who are really hurting, and they're praying every day, God, please help me get through this day. God, please help me to overcome. Please help me to be able to do better. And they pray those prayers from the bottom of their hearts, and they still end up failing. And they pray harder, and they try harder, and they still end up failing. They need something. We all need something that will be able to transform us in such a way that we can actually live the life of Christ. Did Christ not come here to do that? Did he come here so that we could live the way we're living now as a church, broken, separated, falling apart, arguing, not being able to get victory day after day after day with the same sins over and over again? It's not a good picture, and that's not what Christ came here to do for us. So obviously there's something we're missing, because some people are just at the point where they want to give up, and they think, I'm just no good. There's no point in me going on like this. And some don't even believe that they're going to go to heaven, because they base what they're living like or what they're thinking like or they use that as their basis for salvation, instead of looking to Christ to have him come in and change them. And if they were asked, would you be ready if Christ came tomorrow? Sadly, many people would say, no, I wouldn't be ready. Why is that? And what I want to do today is look at these things, answer some of these questions, and hopefully give us information from the Spirit of prophecy and the Bible that will help us to be able to live that life where we can preach the gospel by our lives and by the things that we say in such a way that when people hear us and they see us, they will say, something's different. Something is different. I need to know that. I want to know that. Well, where's the solution found? Right? This is where the solution is. So if the solution is here, and we're not living as we should, if we reason things out, what does that mean? That we're not in here enough, right? Or we don't believe it. Or there's another option, which I think is more likely, and that is we are blinded by sin and Satan. And Satan has a way to get us to miss the things that God wants us to incorporate into our spiritual lives. And he does it so well that we don't recognize him doing these things. And so we go on living our lives in failure, not understanding that there's something that's going on, and I'm not aware of it. And this thing that's going on is actually caused by the devil. And he is studying us. He knows us. He knows how to blind us. He knows how to get us to sin, how to forget God. He knows the things that affects our minds and uses that in our diet and in our daily lives, the things that we do sometimes that we're intemperate, that affects our minds. He's working on us so that we don't see what God is truly like, and that we don't receive the message that we need at this time. We really need that message. The gospel, we have to have it, because how can we give it to the world if we don't know it, if we don't have it, if we're not living it? what are they going to do? Come to us and ask us, please help me to know the Lord. And then we tell them, well, I can't really tell you that. And then how can we give an answer like that?